while I was off there, offline, I was checking through the games, and I was looking through the expansions for this as well. Um, I'm not going to be able to get Prophecy anytime soon, or Soritas. Sororitas. Because Sororitas is 12.99, I think, and Prophecy 16.99. And I'm not spending that type for one mission or something or whatever it is, or an extra DLC. I don't know what the downloadable content, I think, is like a servitor, footprints, stuff like that, which are not for the price. They're about £2 something, so they are £2.39 or something like that. There, and there was like decorations for like £1 something. Which isn't too bad. The pricing, you know. For cost, I mean, see price. Now I price everything against Warframe. Warframe's a free-to-play game, so that's what I ended up looking at as well. Free-to-play games. Then the 20% XP gain from missions, Week of Wisdom. So I'm guessing that resets next week. So were we on Thursday today? And we're on Thursday, so next week it'll reset. And then obviously that'll change. So here we go. The other thing is creating another character. I want to create a psyker. At some point in the future. So, where's that leave us? We're on 29th. I haven't put up the link for any videos on the chat. Right. Get stuck back in. And work on the galaxy, the universe, cleansing it, or investigating it. What is the point? So, cleared up and changed the weapon, didn't it? Let's check our inventory. Yeah. Well, I'm getting the 20% extra XP, so it's more getting these missions done, getting in and out. Obviously, because I'm doing the lower ones, it's not helping. There's a Tyranid one, 62. Rebel Guard, 62. That's a data hunt. Uh, 69. The car again, rescue. D4 Nurgle, Purge. Let's check it out. Minus 40% damage dealt and 48% damage suffered. $73. Data hunt, 11% damage dealt, 9% damage suffered, or minus 9% damage suffered. A reclaimer void ship with Ordo Xenos agents aboard was lost after a salvage run on the wreck of the Tyranid bioship. Imperial vessels, Nimric, what do you call that? Nimric, Coginator. Has been classified as a vital source of intelligence. Orders board the void ship and acquire any data that you may find.
Intelligence assets report several vulnerable cogitator stations in the area. Exact locations unknown. Tech priests predict moderate hostile presence.
Okay. Let's walk right into that. Took longer than expected.
Point of end. Data transfer complete. Terminating access. We've got a good deal of information, but there's more. Locate other cogitator stations.
Swapper. Just moving back. Yeah, reload. It's really bothering me.
Point of it. Binary extraction complete. The harvested data is secure. Injecting purge protocols to compromised node. Locate next station.
That reload, it feels like a jam. Far. Now let's go. Can't get close enough to it. To get to.
Loading.
Getting that to work. Nowhere to go, you cornered yourself.
I can't silence the alarm of this. Contemplating.
Objectives are met. All data sermons are now in inquisitorial custody. Praise the Omnisire.
We're back. Okay. Sort out the bag. What have we got? Bolt pistol. That's gun. Range damage bonus, melee damage bonus, speed, warp resistance. 16% life drain. One-handed. Just sold that and had a Mars rocket launcher too. A grenade launcher, I mean. That's saying that's better than what I've got. Damage bonus per enraged token. So if the enemy's enraged, that's what it means. They go red, like have a red aurora. 6.8% chance to add physical vulnerability on physical damage dealt. 6.2 to all resistances. 3.5% execution chance and 9.2 chance to shock on vulnerability skill hit. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. higher resistances. 96% damage bonus for bleed effects. And 9.3% damage reduction when surrounded, though. Let me check these against other stuff I have. There's two one-handeds. 96% damage. %20 damage bonus for 2 seconds on hit. I'll maybe put that on. See if we can put a socket on it. Because it's got them two sockets there. Check this out. What's that? Heat resistance, warp resistance. Bleed effects. 96% damage bonus for bleed effects, though. See, most of my armor's bleed effects, I think. So I'm wondering about. Right, power swords and great sword. So what was that one? Level 65. $83 damage. They're all the single hands I have there. 85. I could probably go in the bin. And the sword. I only got one great sword. 179 purple. 64. Bolt pistol is 78% damage. No, bin. And one great sword to have. $60 hit damage. 179. Put it in a bin. Give us from putting the hassle into it. Right. Then we'll go check out some of the stuff on my equipment. Suppression damage against burning enemies. Against champions. Bleeding effects. Did it have bleed? No. It's bleed effect enemies. Damage bonus for assault skills. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Right. Where did the other one go? Oh, there it is. Right. These three are going in the bin. I'm gonna put sockets on them, hopefully. What I'll do is I'll go over and I'll forge these. Break these down instead. There. And we'll put... Can you put a socket on this? Enhance the values. Can't put a socket on it because I don't have a... Okay. Alright, so we'll just have to work with what I got. What am I missing here? Crit hit strength, stun on crit hit, supreme cooldown for strike. 20% bonus for 2 seconds on hit taken, and 12% damage, melee damage. Critical damage, 9%, 3% chance to release Thunderbolt on hit, 12% chance to shock on critical hit. Critical hit chance, and 15% bonus damage when surrounded. Well, if we get to... If it gets a wee bit hasty, if you want to say, then we can sort of back it off a bit. Put another socket in that. I was meant to change out them binocular things, wasn't it? Because I want the Thunderbolt stuff now. Max energy shield for regenerating shields. Inoculator and the socket, yeah. Don't have any out of the casket. Let me see what ones are gonna put in. Crit hit chance. I don't know, other. So, yeah, crit hit strength. 2% energy shield efficiency. Resistance. Damage bonus for single target. Damage bonus for AoE skills. Warp damage reflection. 4% bonus for AoE. Warp resistance, suppression, regeneration. Crit hit strength. AoE skills. Resistance to all. 3% crit strength. Or +3 crit strength. 0.6 all resistances. Shield efficiency. HP regeneration. Warp resistance. Damage. 12% damage bonus for AoE. Warp resistance. Supreme critical hit chance and 1 critical hit strength for 2 seconds on kill. Chance to reset cooldown for all skills. Against bleed enemies. Stun. Burnt enemies. 10% chance to shock enemies in 3-meter radius. That might be a better one to add. Movement speed. Shock 1 + 1 second. Shock and slow. Healing dots. 5% damage bonus for 2 seconds on kill. Poisoned enemies. Blinded. Damage reduction. %10 slow. Just targets armor by 5% per hit for 2 seconds. That's between this one. This one. HP regeneration. There was a 5% on kill, wasn't it? %10 chance to shock enemies. Just targets armor. 5% bonus damage for 2 seconds on kill. Then we'll check the inoculator. So put this stuff back. What's the one that's on 10% HP per second for 5 seconds? 10% HP per second for 5 seconds. 10% cooldown reduction for inoculator and 10% damage for 20 seconds. Not bad. .14-second cooldown. So there's 60% HP on use. Second for 20 seconds. Lose all dot effects and gives dot immunity for 5 seconds. Restores 75% suppression on use. Instantly restores full HP and suppression on use. Take 5 physical vulnerability stack for 20 seconds. Removes all debuff effect. "17-second cooldown." Right. So that leaves us here. The next one. That's the lowest one in 62 Purge. 22%, minus 22%, 0.6 damage dealt, and plus 26% damage suffered. Large scale cleansing operations have dislodged chaos cultists from their hiding holes and corralled them to the highest levels of the habitat complex. As an anointed agent of the Golden Throne, your duty is to take revenge for the fallen. Orders justice shall be served. Mm-hmm. Right.
100,000 worlds, 100,000 wars. There is no respite. There is nowhere to hide. Across the galaxy, there is only war.
Reloading.
Shrine here. The rest of them keep getting stuck in them walls.
But you can certainly fight, Inquisitor.
Missed the group. Every time I see a symbol, it always reminds me of Gears of War. I turn the music off. Is there meant to be music here? There's the music. Just turn down. Music isn't too bad, it's just a wee bit loud, I think. It's not bad music. That's the decent, soothing music, if you want to say. Not soothing, like... subtle. Not too bad, not too good. Just the right pitch. I wasn't going to forget about yous. I even came all the way back to get yous. Stand in all of it.
compliments.
Nope, nothing extra. Should I enjoy more though? See if you could actually do like different camera angles, like first person view, straight in there, or third. Well, instead of isometric, third person view behind him. Like, it'd be nice to be able to look out there, scenery and stuff, or what other things? Just admiring everything, you know? Simple things. Oh, all this detail is so good. It's so nice, and yeah, I gotta give them credit. Like Neocore, isn't that what you call them? Neocore games. They have another one which is fantasy one, which is Van Helsing. If you like the vampire stuff, Van Helsing, it looked alright. It's very solid game, like this type of game, solid gameplay. Van Helsing and King Arthur. Solid isometric ARPG gameplay, without a doubt. I don't think they get enough credit. There is a group of people which do Diablo. I'll talk about this now. And I don't know if anybody knows them. It's Maxroll GG. I have them on my links. Maxroll GG has a guy called Rax. Rax does a lot of ARPGs. He would be the go-to guy, if you want to say. And he was sort of like the center pillar, if you want to say, of the Maxroll GG. Everybody else scattered around, and they were all great too. There's lots of great people around it. It was all rallied round for the whole Diablo 4, Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 1, PoE, all that. And this is an ARPG that he did play it, so he did. Probably very repetitive for him, not the same as the other ones. Gameplay, solid visuals, solid in this game, solid visuals, solid all the things and all about it and all, but I would need to look up what he had to say about it, of why they didn't carry on with it or whatever. I don't think it's on the website, and I don't think he's done Van Helsing, or I don't know if he's done Van Helsing of the other games that they've done of Neocore, and what's the other one I said? King Arthur. They have done what do you call that other one? Wolfen? Is it Wolfen? Was another one. They have a few ARPGs, very good, and they break them down, give you builds, do whatever. Just check out the website, Maxroll GG. Very good. Solid team. I don't know if they look for people or whatever. You just play your games and join in, I think, or whatever, and then if you're good enough or if you're working on it or whatever it is, on your thing. They probably do vet people or whatever to see if they're, you can join, come on board or whatever the team. Obviously, you're not going to just be able to jump straight in. These are no use. That wasn't too bad of a run with that weapon. Sword was pretty good. What's the last gun that has it? Why am I keeping these ones in just with the sockets? Hold on a minute. What? ID6. So that one could go in the bin now then, yeah. Yeah, I think I can go in the bin. Yeah. I did do one lightning bolt, I think it was. Not really into the grenade launcher thing, like. These don't have any sockets. Neither does that. That's gonna be interesting to use. But again, wouldn't be doing what I needed to do. What's this? Sockets. Seeing that one's way ahead of itself. Quality 56. Did it not just say that this one was... No, it didn't. It said that one was always better. Thunderbolt of Authority applies general vulnerability on hit. No sockets. 9.5% chance to create a shockwave on deflect, dealing physical damage and slowing or stunning enemies. Knockdown, crit hit, suppression, and slow and stun taken. Armor. Single target. One hit kills, causes an explosion. And the inoculator. It says the quality's better in that one too. What's on inoculator use? Chance to release a Thunderbolt of 30 on inoculator use. And a 4.7% chance to release a Thunderbolt of inoculator on use too. Ah. So I have to use the friggin' damn thing to get it to work. Let's go again. So this here map is no different to me than Warframe's map when I go into the navigation. The only wee pet peeve I had at the minute is the speed of the loading. I have to try and fix that. Try and get an SSD or get the hard drive to speed up a bit somehow or something. I did move some games over. 73, 72. 272s are Purge and a Hunt. Rescue. Astro Militarum soldiers assigned to the insufficient access. Ordo operation are under fire at the incident site. The fighting is confined to pockets of faltering Imperial resistance. Orders rescue all survivors for debriefing under sacred duress. Okay, he was against the Kari. I'm not allowed access to that information whenever they were doing. Maybe change this up a wee bit. Move over to a different game. Because the loading times are a wee bit rough here. I'm gonna have to try and fix that. It is the internal hard drive too. It's not an external one. It's an internal disk drive, I think. What do you call it? Hard drive.
Transfer complete. Teleportarium locked down. As far as I know, all the Imperials who asked for immediate help have been found. I fed the coordinates to your tactical sensorium. Save as many of these unfortunate devils as you can. But for what greater or darker purpose, I wonder. Rescued by an Inquisitor. Is that a good or a bad omen?
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
Thought this was a way, but it's not.
get guardsmen?
Yes.
You just saved some Imperial meat from the grinder. Get to the next group.
Nothing over here, no. Could be like a shrine or anything over there. Would come up on the map, obviously.
Hey, scum!
When they created the health pools as well for the they did think of what needed to be done, like.
No more units to...
Teleport beacon in range.
This is no different than warfare shit down a corridor, you know. Which everybody enjoys.
The Emperor!
The survivors have been secured. Interrogation teams are standing by.
Loading.
I have to start salvaging more stuff again. That's just clear. going to her to sell it instead of, there we go, salvaging it. Right. It's a one-handed weapon again. Oh, I can't move anything, I can only salvage it. Also can't compare anything. I'm pretty sure I made it a tech priest or whatever the last time. And it's took it off me, that's what's happened. And they've made it into that DLC or whatever. Check these two out. What's that? Inferno pistol and grab pistol. There's another Inferno pistol. There's two. That one's two-handed. That's a plasma cannon. Heavy flamer. 171. 72. See, when it has them sockets, it's hard to compete with. So, like, that has phosphorus splash and 7.4% damage bonus when there is no enemy within 5 meters. That has flame cone, heat cost for weapons. Just salvage it. There. Because the way I see it is, I can salvage the items, and then I can collect the currency in the missions. I was thinking of playing a different game there because of the loading times. It's only two. Black Legion or Rebel Guard. We'll go for Black Legion, I suppose. An ancient void vessel harboring heretic degenerates has suddenly translated from the warp. and is now orbiting the planet. The Conclave decided that the vessel shall be reclaimed rather than destroyed. Justification: insufficient clearance. Orders: conduct a preliminary raid and remove the moral threat prior to the arrival of the reclamation forces. So it's my job to deal with it. A Black Legion. So they can just walk in and claim it. Maybe we should just done the purge instead of the hunt, eh? We're in, finally.
The enemies of the Imperium are infinite, and such a vast threat can only be fought with ingenuity. Kill the masters, and you will render a sea of vermin helpless.
You said it. Boss. What positioning of them units, sir? It's gonna be a bad day for chaos. Yeah. Try to walk in behind me there. Flank me. My units were just hiding on that ridge there. The bridge. Oh, that's being button.
Early estimations show significant reduction in Imperial losses. The Emperor protects.
I thought they were behind me there. Mines coming from?
Duty prevails.
To go around the right way to get a shortcut. Get up, get up. Yeah, the fucking tank thing. It's the ads, it's not him, it's the ads that are getting in the way. That's what the problem was. It wasn't him doing all of it. He was doing most of the damage. It was the ads that was going up the rest of the damage. spawning them over there? Just charges at you.
Reloading.
Walk away from me.
Reloading.
Really? Quit being ignored.
You've set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
I keep trying to move back to gain some ground, but they just pressure you. You know, I'm trying to drop the turrets. Get some damage in. revolt sparked by anti-Imperium saboteurs in the Astra Militarium ended with thousands killed and multiple regiments disbanded or terminated. Mop-up operations are in progress. Your sacred task is to exterminate a strangling band of rebels flagged as a potential threat. Orders: purge them all.
Only corruption lies beyond the veil. There is nothing but suffering and death beneath the stars.
I just need to keep. I am a friggin' health there.
Recoil unclean.
Definitely become a salamander now with the M4, huh? Or it's a meta weapon, multi-meta or whatever you call it. Like the flame 4 in it.
The enemies of the Imperium failed miserably.
Wasn't too bad, but didn't get any of the thunderbolts. Support station auspexes picked up a shipwreck, heading in on a collision course. Reeking of taint, anti-ship ordnance rituals were halted, as the resulting debris would have severely damaged the station. Tech savants are assembling a boarding team to modify the wreck's trajectory. Orders: clear the path for the boarding teams. There we go.
Only corruption lies beyond the veil. There is nothing but suffering and death beneath the stars.
Ideally, I need to get burn damage for this weapon. Like, specialize one in it. If we're going to use this weapon, I'll use this damage type.
Die, heretic. Overheat.
Do we wait for the overheat to go down?
coming our way. One last push and the victory is ours.
Overheat.
You serve the Emperor well, Inquisitor.
As long as you decide, Good thing I'm in a position of power as an Inquisitor. Or running the ship. Or else there'd be an argument that I wouldn't be working for the Emperor. Same as what happened to the Horus Heresy. He came back to warn the Emperor, but he says he was just trying to get to the Emperor to kill him. But again, more than likely that's probably what he was trying to do, trying to get to him. Then there was a message for the Emperor. What would not have been important enough to tell somebody else? The Grey Knights even. I'm going to add a video to chat that I'm listening to, which I said about before, about AI. It's going to happen, and there's no stopping it. People don't care about you, they don't care about your job, they don't care about anything else. Everybody cares about money. And if you can get as much of it as you possibly can, then and you're replaceable or disposable, they'll do it. Which most people are. It's a guy, Jack Morgan, RLP. The world isn't ready for what's coming, automation. I said about this yesterday. Now all of a sudden it's on. He's made a video yesterday, 16 hours ago. So it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. We're all too smart to care. Because the other word other people don't like to hear. The dumb word. I'm too dumb. Yeah, we are, but nobody likes that one, so I use the smart word instead. Everyone thinks that they're so clever that they'll avoid it, or it'll not happen to them, or just some other dumb bullshit as usual, as I say. Said about bullshit jobs. I explained about Thomas Piketty with his capital book, Thomas Sowell with cultural and social economics, and bullshit jobs. It's happening right now. It is happening as we speak, as I say this. There's nothing we can do about it. Unless the groups, the masses gather together and say, we're not... You go into the workplace, as I said, industrial action, and stop working. But just show up. No one says you don't show up and get paid. What I'm saying is, you show up and don't do any of the work until you get... until there's an agreement that you can pay your rent and your food, and you'll not be replaced. That's the difference. People don't understand this. They think that, or we think that there's hope and there's faith and it's all going to be rosy and great in the future. It's not. We're detrimentally destroying ourselves. As I said, Warhammer is what is coming for us. The future is Warhammer. It's going to happen. It's not a debate. It's not an argument. It's a one-way system, a train to nowhere, because we are not, let me repeat, not removing the financial system or supporting ourselves properly for stability. We keep destroying it for ourselves, and the rich and wealthy that already have it all are laughing in the masses' face. They're throwing it in their face every single day. Advertising, putting it in everything and charging you more money for it, and we keep doing it. At what point does the people turn around and say, that's it? Because in Japan or China, they call it laying down, laying flat. They're doing it right now. It's oh no, that'll not happen over here. Oh no, our economy's too good. Oh no, this. Oh no. Make up excuses all you want. Make up as many excuses as you feel like, until the future's here, and you'll own nothing, and you'll be happy. That's what Karl Schwab says. The Schwab Master, the man that owns it all. He has given up his power to this other being. He just said it. He just said it. Jack just said it. If the automated cars show up for the AI that's in them, it just shows up, and we pay for it to show up, and we get in it, and we don't care, and we get to wherever we're going. We deserve what we get. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm against AI. I am not against technology and advancement and forward thinking and movement and progress and all this stuff. The same as what's going on in the cultural issue with the whole people moving around issue. No, I'm not. I'm not against any of that. What I'm against is the fact that it's detrimental financially when we are breaking up society into segments, so then you can own nothing. You say own nothing. What, like mentally destroying ourselves for our sheer enjoyment of looking at each other in a deprived state and laughing. That's how we're manic. We're a manic society. Or race of beings. The best thing, the closest that I can find, as I said before, is the Venus Project. The Venus Project is one option. But there was another guy, Buckman or something. He was all for advancement and moving forward to human beings too. There's only one thing I don't like about the Venus Project is population control. The Venus Project is about population control. That's the whole Bill Gates thing. And I'm not for that. I'm for all the open resource building, everyone have a house, automated production and all that there, but we don't have to do any of the work. And Jack Fresco has made all that for us. And do you know what we do? Ignore it. You know what we do for all alternative media that's going on that's not negative? That's not negative? We give it the most attention. We give the most attention to negative media, and to alternative media, we ignore any of the truth. Because we don't want to face it. We don't want to look at each other. We don't care. That's why, like, look at the Warhammer. Look at it. Just look into it and you'll see that Warhammer is the direction we're going. We may not even make it into space because I don't know about the whole space thing, whether it's a flat Earth, a round Earth, a purple Earth, a fucking square Earth, or whatever Earth. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. The fact that we need to question it is the point. The sun's round, the moon's round, the Earth must be round. Okay, fine, whatever. Is it up there? Have we been on it? Nobody. What's that, man? What? Every time they fly up, they've come back straight back down again. The rich. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or whatever they did. And then the giant rat thing on the Tesla car. Don't know if anybody's seen that. Again, it's another one that's been covered up. You know, it's all a big joke. We are living on a petri dish for all I care. It's just that we are not cohesively working together as one civilization or species. We are banging our heads, self-interested, destroying our own society, and looking at each other in disgust. That's what we're doing, and that's what money does. And everybody wonders, why do I not get help? Why is nobody giving me money? Why can I not get this? Why can I do? You can't get this and you can't get that because we don't care. We don't care about each other. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. We are conditioned. I'll put it more specifically. We're conditioned to be self-interest because I told you about consumerism. Consumerism is self-interest. That's it. Again, it's not the brain. When you go to the Tesco's or the supermarket or whatever it is, or you buy your beer or whatever it is, that's self-interest. That's all we're doing. And that's what money is. It's self-interest. You can't just walk in and lift a 4 crate or 6 crate of beer or whatever. Can't do it. You can't just walk up to the pump and put petrol in your car. No. And everyone is under this impression, oh, there wouldn't be any other way. Because you've never thought any other way. You've never been educated to think a different way. That's what conditioning is when you go to the petrol station or whatever it is and you put your gas or petrol in, your fuel, into your vehicle. That's conditioning. When you go to your workplace because you need to get money as a reward, that's behavioural conditioning. To get your food. It's not. Why does it seem so complicated for people that it has to be voiced in so many different ways, in different mediums and different ways of communication, to let people know, to let ourselves know that we are not doing anything to progress in our own as a species, other than pride ourselves on technology that, as far as I can see, we're not even in the vicinity of designing. We are not the ones that are running the show. If they want to say they or any of it. Yeah, all of it seems to be, to me, a circus. Like, literally, we're in a zoo or a circus. And it's constant fear, constant bombardment of negativity, constant bombardment of everything's going to get worse. And we let it. We talk to ourselves like that negatively, and we ruin it for ourselves negatively, to destroy the whole society negatively, to move forward negatively. It just doesn't make sense. In fact, I say it doesn't make sense. It's not meant to make sense. It's not meant to be logical. It's not meant to be rational in any shape or form. Religion is not rational. A religious understanding or belief system is not rational. You just do it. That's why it's called it's a ritual. When you move forward, you get up in the morning, you go to the workplace. It's not meant to make sense. You put your fuel in your car, whatever it is, or you go to your education system, school system, or whatever it is, and then you leave. And that's the majority of the world. That is not for the lack of better vocabulary, human involvement or evolvement of the human instinct or human race, human being to move forward. It's not natural. It's backwards, as far as I would say. It's completely backwards. It's detrimental to us. Sitting doing this is detrimental. Grav gun and bolt pistol. Grav. Oh, hold on. Grav gun. That's two-handed. Don't have a two-handed grav gun, do you? Nope. Grav pistols. Is that a grav gun? That is. That's my rant. Um, it's building up here. Weapons. Three-handed. As pistol. Two-handed. Is that the one I had on earlier? Yeah. I'm using the same one. No, it's a heavy flamer I've got. I thought it was a multi-meta. Okay. The armor then. Astro-militarium soldiers under fire might harbour unsanctioned thoughts and memories of an undisclosed incident. The extent of the mental contamination shall be verified by the butcher. Chirurgery of the Holy Order. Orders extract all survivors for debriefing.
straightforward rescue mission. Get in, save some Imperial units under fire, take command of the survivors, and get out. I don't even dare to ask why an Inquisitor is handling this. I mark the distress beacons and the extraction zone on your map.
Oh. The creators only care when it's their job. Don't care when it was the rest of us. Shut up. Yeah. They are gonna be relevant. Irrelevant. That's the whole idea. Everyone's meant to be irrelevant. I don't get this. What's gonna be left? Nobody cares.
The survivors are now under your command, but you have more to save.
At your command. Charge! I said charge!
Don't get the money everyone's in debt. So the idea is society to be in debt. The money's already ours when we're born. And thank God they else devil made money. Designed for us, by us, to make us worse off.
Ready to fight!
Just save some Imperial meat from the grinder. Get to the next group.
Ready to fight!
Oh dear.
Overheat!
already on it. It's already like that. Not, it's
At
not.
your command.
It's not that it's going to go like that. It's already like that. There's people already on food stamps. There's people already on. Is it employment benefit or whatever? Yeah, that's called consumerism. They don't care. Yeah, you pay it. What's called advertising? Jam it in their face and make them pay for it.
Be still. Ready to fight.
All survivors are in your custody. Initiate exfiltration protocols.
Yeah. We as are conditioned to not give it down. That's why on Bohemian Grove they do a thing called cremation of care. They burn care every year. Make sure that the humanity doesn't care.
At your command.
The survivors have been secured. Interrogation teams are standing by.
What a shocker. Bullshit jobs, yeah. I think I'll leave it to her. It's enough for that. We'll take a break. Maybe change the game when I come back. They're already replacing the trades. The construction trade. There's automated 3D printing houses, which Jack Vestal was talking about. The cement 3D print cement things. It's just the same as a normal 3D printer, but it's bigger. And it's printing walls. That's it. Cement. It's not about whether this technology is so great and advanced. It's whether you're allowed to use it, or we let ourselves use it for whatever purpose, and that purpose needs to be for either financial gain or financial revenue return. That's what happens. 3D printed cement houses. What else have they got? Or bricklaying as well. They've got like a bricklaying, automated bricklaying as well for robots. Like we could literally have like an open, like you see in them games where it's like a packaged unit and it opens up and then it's like a construction site. Just starts building stuff, building the structures. I haven't. I even thinking of this right now. Like, you could construct like a frame, a wire frame, and put it in like blocks, like Lego, and just build a whole building with the wiring and all in it. Don't know about the plumbing, what way the plumbing work. It just stick together, click together, like a Lego, like a Connect set. Don't even need to try to think about it. So if I can think of it as an idiot, a moron on the internet, talking into a mic about a game, then the geniuses out there that do this every day can definitely think of it. They're definitely well ahead of us, militaristically, construction industry, financial industry, whatever they want industry. There's all these people out there doing it right now. It's like it's already thought of and under progress or whatever, or been done for years. Get an extra stop for damage there or whatever, but in that one it does more damage. And then that one needs to be re-enhanced or forged or changed. take a break. Turn the stream off.